Hello. Can you hear me? Thank you for being here. We're just going to wait for more people. But as we wait, how was your day? Oh, wow, I'm on here. Oh, wow, I'm on here. Okay, let's see. How I want to do this. Oh my God, it's so hot. Let me be right back. Oh my gosh, how's everyone's day? There's 2 people in here. I need to see 2 likes. And how's everyone's day? Hey girl, how are you? But yeah, oh, you sleepy? Today's topic is going to be, what are some things that we need to let go of? Okay. What are some things that we need to let go of? And I really felt guided to do this topic. Like, what do you need to let go of? Because I really feel like a lot of people want to tap in deeper to their talent. They want to basically master their craft that they already have, or they intuitively know that they have gifts that they need to tap into. But it just feels like no matter how they try, they just can't really tap into it because maybe they're not at the proper vibration to tap into it. So basically, these items I'm going to talk about are things that we need to let go of so we can be in that vibration to tap in more. There's 3 people in here. I need to see 3 likes. But I'm just kind of setting up here a little bit as we wait for more people to come in. And I got this new tablet, right? So I can like see y'all and like also like see y'all, but also like read at the same time. So I'm trying this new setup. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay. That's not what I want. Yo, this stuff is like brand new to me, like how to use certain things. Oh, thank you. It was like a spur of the moment type of thing. Like it really was. Yo, this is some new stuff. I'm still learning how to use it. Like it's a cool tablet, but I'm still learning how to use a tablet. Like it's cool and all. I can like be present. Look how big it is. Like it's good for business and everything, but child, like it's some new technology. Let me say that it's new technology for reals that I'm not used to. Okay, I'm back here. I did it. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna wait for like another minute, and we're about to start. But I'm almost done setting up. I forgot to tell Court that I was here, but I pretty much assumed that she would know, though, because I know she's busy. It's the holidays. But serotonin, how you been other than sleepy? That is good. I've been doing okay too. I'm just always like doing something, child. Oh, you did a 10-day fast? How does that work? What? Hold on. You say you only did just water? That's it? Like, did you eat anything else? You know, like anything else? Just water? Oh my god. Okay, serotonin, like how did you do that? Like how? Oh wow. That's well, I kudos to you because wow. Like wow. Um let me see. You had only fruit for a few days and then fasted so you don't shop. I was about to say, like, how do you get straight into that? Like, whoa. That's crazy. I think I got it, y'all. Okay, so I'm about to start and hoping that I think this new setup will be okay because I have the list here, and I also have um. Wow, this is your second, third time. You've been doing it all year. That's wild. That's freaking wild. Serotonin, do you celebrate Christmas? Do you celebrate Christmas? Yeah, I don't know. Like this year, I kind of don't feel like, like I just feel like just vibing. Not in a way that I used to, like be so caught up in like purchasing gifts and all about like making sure everyone has gifts and doing Santa Claus. Like I don't know. I don't know. Okay. I am almost done. Just trying this thing out. Yo, this is some new shit, bro. Let me see. Okay. So I'm trying to look at everything here. Okay, it says your family does Secret Santa with a budget so you don't break the bank. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Alright, so basically we're going to start. And Serotonin, you're kind of lucky because I'm not sure if you noticed, but some of my lives, after they're done, I go private because I'm about to transition on like private consultation. So I don't mind giving this for free for now, but I've been making it private because I really feel like only the special people who's meant to receive this knowledge will show up. And there's that. So you're pretty, yeah. So I'm about to, like when I do these type of lives, they're going to basically be private. So, okay. So basically the first one is going to be ignoring your body, okay? Ignoring your body. Yes, you can make your lives private just for you, So basically ignoring your body. When we are basically doing a lot of spiritual work, we tend to basically only tend to our minds and our souls and our spirit. But what about our body? Because when you are doing spiritual work, maybe you're down the road in your journey, you have understood that your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit has an absolute connection towards one another. And sometimes when you're on a spiritual journey, you tend to maybe dissociate or be disconnected from the body. And sometimes that can kind of make you be hindered from spiritually developing. Like you might plateau in your spiritual journey, okay? And it's really cool that we're fasting, because that can really help you get in tune with your body. And the thing is, I used to tell people like my body would know before my mind would. Meaning like my body would tell me things about people, things, and places, things that might change in my life. Like I just feel it in my body. And the thing is, we all have like maybe bio indicators of certain things that's changing going on in the external world, but also in our internal world, right? And the thing is, I just find a lot of people who are very dissociative in their life due to the type of spiritual practice that they're in. Maybe they watch too many tarot card readings. Maybe they daydream a lot, or maybe they try to get into these manifestations. But what are you doing for your body though? Because if your body is not well tended to, then that absolutely affects your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit, how you feel, your energetic levels, and that can make you plateau in your spiritual development. And so one of the most easiest things to do to kind of tap back into your body is, and you can still do your manifestation works, you can still do your tarot readings, your spiritual practices, but also involve your body in that practice. Whether it's meditation, whether it's self massages. I just heard, what is that when you're tapping in certain points? And you're saying like certain like affirmations. I don't know why, I just got that image of people just tapping and saying affirmations. You just really want to have that whole balance in yourself. And I think that's why a lot of people plateau in their spirituality, because they're not tending to their bodies whatsoever. So what I have been doing, what I have been doing is working out, meditation, yoga, okay? And I might want to get into that tapping practice, because I just saw that in my mind's eye, okay? So I might want to really get into that. So really let go of ignoring your body, really tend to your body. So that's the first one, okay? And the second one is kind of similar to number one, letting go of lack of nutrition. And the reason why I want to mention what is it? Just forgot like that. The reason why I want to mention ignore your bodies is because when you are attentive to your body, you tend to feel when you lack nutrition. You tend to feel when you know you're not getting enough minerals, nutrients, vitamins. You know when you're not getting enough sleep. But it's kind of hard to notice a difference when you lack something, where you're not being attentive to your body in the first place. And the reason why I want to include nutrients in terms of like your spiritual gifts is because, like I said, your body is 100% included with your spiritual gift and power. And if you're not tending to your body, you're not putting enough nutrients within yourself, then that's going to affect your spirit. It's going to affect your energy. And it's all energy. When it comes to spirituality, it all boils down to energy. And when you are lacking nutrients and you're not getting enough essential macronutrients that you need, it's going to lower your energetic levels. And when you lower your energetic levels, you're going to lower your power, your gifts, your energy, your spiritual depth. So, the lack of nutrition and the lack of the attention of your body can really, it really does affect your spirituality. Okay. So really go to doctor's visits regularly. You don't have to like take the doctor's practice, because I know some people are not really about medications, pharmaceuticals. I mean, to each their own. But you know, it's really good to go to the doctor though to see what your blood is telling you. Are you missing certain nutrients? Are you prone to certain things? Do you have certain inflammation in the body? It's really good to tend to that, because when you start tending to your body, you start to acquire more energy within yourself. And when you have more energy, you're going to rise your vibrations and therefore elevate in a spiritual way. So it's really important to be attentive to your body, meditate, exercise, and be conscious about the nutrition that you're receiving in your body. Okay? So we talked about lack of nutrition. Okay, and then the third one is lack of sleep. Ooh, I feel like I'm getting on myself. I feel like I'm getting on myself because I will literally burn the midnight oil. I love staying up. I love staying up because I just feel like, well, I can't go to sleep yet because I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this and do that, and then next thing you know, get the clock is like 1 a.m. Like 1 a.m. Like what? You know what I mean? Like 1 a.m. But you know, the interesting thing is, I realized that sleep and spirituality goes hand in hand, because if you want to look at this in a biological sense, in a human biological sense, in a human anatomy sense, you know, the pituitary gland is a key anatomical brain component that is very involved when you're sleeping. And when I first woke up, right, when my third eye first woke up, my sleep was altered due to that. And I understood at that point that sleep and spiritual death go hand in hand. You know, sleep and spiritual power go hand in hand. And I think that's kind of why they call it the witching hour. Because when I first woke up, you know, it was weird. Like I sleep at maybe at 9 or something, and I will only wake up at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., right? When the world is just so quiet. And I feel like that could be a good time too to start doing manifestation work, meditating and stuff like that. Because I really feel like you're at your prime in terms of spiritual power at that time, but that's a whole nother conversation. But the end goal is sleep, making sure that you're getting like 8 hours of sleep, okay? Because when you are not getting enough sleep, it really puts a strain on your pituitary gland, okay? When you're not getting enough sleep, it puts a strain on your pituitary gland, and your pituitary gland is really involved in that third eye, right? That's the reason why a lot of people in spiritual practices say to decalcify your third eye, you know, by having fluoride and stuff, but also a good thing to treat your pituitary gland to help you get deeper to your spirituality, your spiritual gifts, is to also regulate your sleeping patterns, because sometimes when you're, well, usually most of the time when you're not regulated in terms of your sleep, it does affect your spiritual gifts, okay? So really, really, really get on that sleep. If you really kind of feel like you have reached a plateau of your spirituality, or you're just not really getting clear, crystal clear images, or you're not really getting crystal clear audience, you know, maybe it's because you're lacking, not really getting enough sleep, you're not getting enough nutrients that can help elevate your energetic levels, and you're not attending to your own physical body, okay? Another thing to get rid of is, I'm talking about myself too on this one. Another one is to lower your consumptions of caffeine. So the overconsumption of caffeine. Your Wi-Fi is sticking. Is it me or is it you? I think I'm moving good. I think I'm moving okay. But basically, I was saying that the overconsumption of caffeine can really affect you. Okay, the overconsumption of caffeine can really, really, really affect you, right? And I really feel like, okay, you're good now? Awesome. So basically, I was saying serotonin, like the overconsumption of caffeine can really affect you. And here's why. Here's my thinking on this when it comes to the overconsumption of caffeine. When it comes to the overconsumption of caffeine, it's like, how do I say? Hey, Crystal. Hey, Crystal, how are you? We talk about things of what we have to let go of, right? And now we're on the overconsumption of caffeine. So here's my thought on this, right? One of the easiest ways to tap out of your spiritual gifts or to reach a plateau in your spiritual gifts is to be in the energy of fear, anxiety. And the thing is about caffeine, it feeds anxiety. It can make people overly anxious. And I heard that the overconsumption of caffeine can disrupt the natural body's rhythm. That's what I just heard. Overconsumption of caffeine can disrupt the body's rhythm. And that kind of makes sense because I just got a sense of like blood pressure and heartbeat and everything, and that caffeine, consumption of caffeine can disrupt that, right? And I just really feel like caffeine, if you're disrupting the natural rhythm, heartbeat, blood pressure of your body, like I said, the spiritual and the physical body, that goes hand in hand. So when that's off balance, right, the biological rhythm of your heartbeat and blood pressure is off balance, then most definitely you can reach a spiritual plateau, or basically start becoming more anxious and more fear-like, and therefore disrupting your own spiritual gifts or plateauing. Okay. Serotonin says, girl, cutting out sugar and caffeine changed my life. Bro, like, okay, so I'm working on to lower my caffeine levels. And let me tell you, I had withdrawals today. I haven't had caffeine in 2 days, right? Trying to work on this. And girl, I was having withdrawals. Like, that initial feeling you get when you cut off caffeine, like, it's like a drug, It's like cutting off a drug. Like, I was literally having body aches. I was literally feeling tired. So having a little bit of caffeine today, and I felt better. Like, man, this is definitely a drug. This is like, this is definitely a drug. Like, this is a drug, bro. Caffeine is a drug. You might as well put it on the level of opioids. Like no fucking joke. Like, we talk a lot. There's people here who take. Listen, we talk a lot of ish about people on opioids, but at the same time, drinking from a cup of coffee and a cup of Coke, and we talking ish about people on opioids. For those who talking ish about people who have sincere drug abuse issues, try cutting from caffeine. Try it. Because I was literally having body aches, yo. Body aches from 2 days of not having caffeine. Shit, wow. And when I had me some, my body my body felt so much better. Crystal said, I was just getting comfy to watch. Thank you for the beautiful welcome. Well, thank you for being here because we're talking about some real stuff. We are. We're talking about how to tap deeper into our spiritual um, oneness and how to kind of come past our spiritual plateau, how to dig deeper into our spiritual gifts. So thank you for being here because I feel like the more serious the stuff we're talking about, like, how can I say this? Like, this is information that I have to be careful of sharing with, man, because I've come across people that I know for a fact, like, they will try to do this for just to harm other people. Like, shit's wild. It's wild out here in these spiritual streets, bro. It's wild out here. And maybe that's a different conversation. That's a different conversation. But yeah, we're done with. I'm just nitpicky, y'all. Maybe that's my Scorpionic nature. I'm very secretive. I don't really like to share much of what I know. I'm just secretive like that. But I have the urge to share it. But like I said, I come across people who I feel will not use it right. You know. And I don't want to talk about, y'all, have you seen the news about, what's his name? Jeffrey Epstein, how, like, his list of people that's involved in that ring is going to be released. I really want to know who's on that list because that was basically spiritual practices gone wrong and perverted. Let me just say that. Okay, there's spiritual practices out there. Some people pervert it. Some people use it in a way that they should. So that's why I'm just very like secretive on who I share it with. And honestly, before I even turn on the video, I have the intentions that only high racial people can be here. So that was my intention. So yeah, yeah. But anyway, so one of the last few is gossiping. Okay, so basically, for me as a woman, I think I've come across a lot of cliques, a lot of groups that tends to um, gossip about the women, other people, and stuff like that. And I'm one of those people who will shut that ish down. I just saw 3333 on a timer. That is so cool. But I don't like gossiping. I don't like gossiping. I don't like talking negative out loud about other people. And here's why. We are all mirror reflections of each other. And I believe, like a reflection, what you give off is what's going to be reflected back to you. If you're speaking negatively out in the atmosphere about other people, like, don't be surprised if you feel tired, less energetic, or you're not manifesting the way that you would like to manifest. Period. I don't like gossiping. I don't like it at all. And that was one of the first things I noticed about my spiritual practice. About my, like, when I was waking up, I noticed, like, I just felt like I used to love the gossip. Let me tell you about my old self. I used to love to gossip. I used to love talking mad shit about other people, like, for real, you know? But as I waking up, I realized that I did not like doing that. I did not like, I didn't understand why at that point, but it's like when you start to spiritually wake up and elevate, there's just certain things that you might not know as of now that you don't want to do anymore. And gossiping was one of those. And y'all, believe it or not, because I think a lot of people in this chat is very high vibing. Believe it or not, people in spirituality still gossip. People in the spiritual industry, in the spiritual groups and friendships, they gossip too, just like we did before we woke in the heck up, you know? And to be honest with y'all, like, not to talk ish about those people, but I know that they have a hard time manifesting certain things because of what they put out there about other people. Essentially about themselves, because like I said, we're all mirror reflections of each other. So that's why I'm very careful what I say about myself, and I'm very careful what I say about other people. If it ain't nice, I don't say it. I don't say it. You know, I don't I don't say it, you know. And I have to kind of be even careful when it comes to even joking. Like, I might say negative things as, like, as a joke or something, or as a, you know, but I have to be careful about that, because, you know, I remember I was watching a podcast, and they were saying that the body doesn't know the difference between if you're joking or being serious. So you can be joking and say, "Oh, I'm a mess," but the body doesn't even know the difference. You know, you're probably just joking, but next thing you know, you wonder why you're a whole mess out here. So just essentially be careful of what you say verbally out there in the atmosphere, because when you get to a spiritual level, okay, when you get to a spiritual level, your words have more power than before. Okay, your words have way more power than before. What you write, even what you write down on paper has more power than before. Okay, so you really have to be extremely careful. Words equals vibration equals manifestation. Period. Period. And I think that's what I was definitely getting. Crystal was saying I do need to work on that, like being careful what I say about myself. Period. Period. And that's why, y'all, I tend to kind of back away from people who are always speaking negative about other people or even themselves. I'm very careful of that now, moving forward in my life. And it's not like I think I'm better than them. That's not the case. It's just I work too hard spiritually just to be around someone with all that negativity, y'all. You know, I work too hard to get at this level. I have, you know. Okay. All right. So another thing. Okay, Crystal, be honest with me. What's up? Another thing, I haven't written it down, but it just came to me. Another thing that really came up. Oh, thank you, Crystal. Crystal, where are you from? Are you from the United States? But anyway, I mean, you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, because your privacy is your privacy, but I'm just curious. Oh, thank you. But basically, it's like, for me, there's something. Okay, Texas, y'all. Let me tell you, I almost said Roll Tide. almost, I almost said Roll Tide, y'all. That's definitely not Texas. That's definitely Alabama. Wow. Wow. I literally almost said Roll Tide, but y'all. Yeah. Anyway, one thing that did. Oh, okay. So serotonin, like, okay, in Alabama, we have, well, not we, because I'm not Alabama. In Alabama, they have this football team, and their motto is basically like Roll Tide, right? In Alabama. And yeah, she's definitely from Texas, and I don't know why I want to say that, but anywho, another thing that came up to me is having tolerance for low vibing people and things and places. Sometimes, y'all, we can have so much compassion, so much love for others, no matter where they are spiritually. We might still hang around them. We might still partake in shared activities with them. And sometimes we're afraid to back away from certain people, or like, for example, like me and a homegirl, we used to eat together, we used to eat out together. And one of my spiritual things or spiritual practices that I did was like, I cut off bread. For some reason, I just thought like a lot of bread was just not doing my body any well. Okay? And physical practice is spiritual practice. Taking care of your body is a very spiritual thing. And I realized there's a lot of excessive use of bread just wasn't working with me. And we used to eat bread together. We used to literally break bread together. That's how we used to bond. We used to gossip about other people and complain about men that just didn't work for us. We were just speaking negatively out in the atmosphere all the time, basically speaking all over our lives in a negative way, and eating certain foods that just wasn't working for us. And when I awakened, I just had this, like, I just didn't care to gossip. I didn't care to complain about men. I didn't care to break bread, literally. I didn't even care to eat bread. And I still love that person because that's my homegirl. And I just knew that if I stopped doing those things with her, she might not want to hang out with me. She might not, I was still tolerating certain habits that she had. You know what I'm saying? I was still being around that. And the thing is, there's going to be a moment where you're going to have to realize, like, this person might not be, like, this person is a good person, but they might not be a good friend for me. And sometimes you might have to have that real conversation, especially if you address something like, hey, you know what? Maybe it's not a good idea to speak over our lives in a way. If they're still speaking negative, over their life and stuff, they expect you to do the same thing. And if you guys are doing two separate things now, you're not gossiping anymore, you're not eating certain things, and they're doing the same thing that kept you behind, and somebody gotta go. Somebody gotta go. Because you work too hard to elevate at the level that you are. It's time you to come across people that are more on your level. And I'm not saying that the people that used to be your friends are not good people. I'm not saying that your family members even. I'm not saying the men or the women that used to date are not good people. It's just they're just not on your level anymore. You can still love them, but what can y'all really do if y'all don't do the same things anymore? You know what I mean? Like, what can y'all really do if y'all don't even bond on the same activities anymore? What can y'all really do? I mean, y'all can converse every once in a while, but are you guys going to really resonate with each other? Are you guys going to vibrate in a similar frequency? No, you guys are not. And I'm not saying that, not to be all egotistical. This is not coming from a point of ego. This is me saying that you work too hard to be at a certain spiritual level. Because let me tell you about what happened to me one day. Okay? So, there was one point in my life that I was at a very high frequency. Okay? I mean, I'm doing the things and not doing the things that I'm telling y'all to do, basically, right? I mean, my frequency was so high that I was manifesting things the day of. If I wanted a new job, guess what happened? I literally on the same day that I spoke into existence, I got a new job Like, that's how powerful I was. I was at a very high level. And let me tell you, when you get to that level, it starts to feel lonely. It feels lonely as hell. People don't really understand you. People don't really resonate with you, because you're not doing the things that they're doing. I mean, I remember just being at work one day, not resonating with any of the people in the room. Because there were just interesting things that I didn't give a fuck about, to be honest with you. Just period, point blank. And like I said, I got lonely, and there was just certain habits that I didn't want to let go of, and that cost me. It had a big cost. And what I did was, let's just say before waking up, I had a habit of the 3-letter word. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like partaking in adult activities that makes any sense. Because I don't want this law to be taken down if I do choose to have it public. But I was partaking in adult activities, right? And I did not understand serotonin. Your face. I did not understand. I did not understand. I did not understand energy exchanges that tend to happen in those adult activities, and that when you go to a certain level, there's just certain things you just cannot partake in, especially that, or there's certain people you just can't relate with. When I was already at a low vibrating energy, I can sleep with people who already have low vibrating energy. It didn't affect me. But when I raised up to a higher level, sleeping with low vibrating people was at my detriment, because I'm giving them all this high vibrating energy that I worked so hard for. Getting good adequate sleep, getting enough rest, meditating, making sure I have all the nutrients, speaking to my ancestors, going out in nature, doing all these things to be at a high vibrating level, at a point where I can manifest the day of. Wherever I want it, I got it the day of. Like, that's how quick and powerful my energy was. But then I started tending to certain habits that, when you're at a level, it costs certain things, right? And the cost for that was for me to not do certain things, but I wanted to have my cake and eat it too. And I slept with somebody and gave them all that E. Gave them all that E. And after that, my life just reached the bottom. It was the worst after that. And who knows how that person's life ended up. It probably ended up really great. It was one partner that I had, because I was still, like, once I had that crash, right, of energy of sleeping with the wrong person, I was still sleeping with other people, because I think I was just trying to self-soothe. And I had one partner, every time we like, that person became more powerful, more stronger. They started wanting to eat right and be in nature and want to go to bed early. All this stuff that they didn't even care about, they start doing. And it took years after that to start back to my spiritual practice, to get back at that level. That it took me years, because that's how much they drained me. That person was a narcissist, so he definitely drained me at that point. And I would never let anyone do that to me again. I don't care who you are, as long, like, if you're not a high vibrating energy, my legs are closed, okay? If you're not, the only key to open up these 2 limbs below my waist is a high vibration. A high vibration. That's it. Because that was the worst, y'all. That was the worst experience I ever had after that. My life went to shit after that. And it was hard for me to manifest when that happened. This person went on out there, started manifesting left and right, man. Crazy. I'm really watching how my energy changed that person for the better. Literally. And I did not know that I had their energy. I had to work through that energy. I had to cleanse that energy out of me. And relearn these habits that I'm telling y'all. It was crazy, y'all. Crazy experience. It's crazy. Gosh. Yeah. That's basically it. You know, I hope you guys enjoy this knowledge that took me a lot of letting down my ego to share, because like I said, I don't really like sharing what I know. Maybe because I just tend to be a very secretive person. And people tend to throw shade towards those who don't want to share knowledge information, you know, because people think, no, you know, knowledge should be for free, it should be easily accessible. Yeah. But I think differently sometimes. That's just me. And that's basically it. Wow. We haven't gone past an hour. Y'all, I used to have y'all here all night, basically. We used to be here. We used to be here all freaking night. I was me. But y'all, I got shit to do, bro. I got things to do. I'm trying to get on this sleep, this rest. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But let's see if we can get some messages for the collective. Unless anyone want to hear what's a free reading or something, just let me know. If not, I'm just gonna bust open a collective reading for closing, and then we're gonna be, you know, out of here. Oh my gosh. And I know like not much people is going to be on here prior to after, because you know people are holiday shopping, people with their families, you know what I mean? But yeah, I might have this like public. We'll see how I feel. Yeah. Four wands. Oh wow. Five of pentacles. Death and rebirth. Okay, that's it. Wow. Okay, so I'm getting like two separate energies here. One energy is like, I feel like in the holidays, a lot of you guys have a lot of activities going on, you know, parties, you know, activities with the family, whatnot. I really feel like you guys are really going to enjoy yourselves, everything like that. But if you're in this category, watch out for people that seem a little bit sad in the holidays. Okay, watch out for people who might be a little bit sad over the holidays. You might, well, if it's basically up to you. But what I used to do was like in the holidays, if I noticed like someone was basically kind of lonely and they don't really have family, you know, I tend to invite them over to like my Thanksgiving dinner with my family or my Christmas dinner with my family, because I didn't want them to be alone. Or you guys might, if you're in this energy of loneliness, you know, be courageous and join someone else's family, you know? Like, you don't have to, when people think about holidays, they think about just hanging out with their own family. Like, no, I really feel like all of us are earth sisters and brothers, you know what I mean? So it's like, you don't have to hang out with your, how do I say, you don't have to hang out with your blood family to enjoy the holidays. You can hang out with other people, or you might need to invite someone else, or just kind of be on a lookout for someone who tends to be lonely or sad during the holidays. Okay, that's just something to be watchful for. Okay, because I really feel like a lot of you guys are gonna be at a very it's like, I don't know, I just really feel like during the holidays you're gonna be very sensitive to other people's energies and other people's feelings and emotions. So you might feel kind of off around someone, and it's not like they're not good people. It just could be going through something during the holiday, okay? So just kind of keep that in mind. But y'all got a juicy, I got a juicy channel message. I'm going to do a recording on it and upload it. It's something different, y'all. It's way different from what I'm getting now. It's wild. Y'all gonna have to see it. But we have the Nine of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. Yeah, you might want to ask someone to join your holiday shindig. Or you might want to join other people's activities. Because if you feel alone, you don't have to be alone on the holidays. Join other people. Okay? But that was basically a quick collective. I'm about to like roll out. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. And like I said, I really hope that these messages help you some way, somehow. And you guys have a great night and a wonderful holiday and a wonderful new year, because I don't think our next live is going to be next year. So I see you guys later. Bye.